Take 3.
Take 3.
Take 3 tonight, boy. This must be for the this man.
We don't give up. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is a good conversation. That's all.
Yeah.
We'll wait for a few more people to get back in the room live. This is the 3rd take. We're talking about
down is not an option.
Get up. Get up.
It's not an option.
Pat's Hair Palace. Woo!
Pat's made it back
Joined
a
us back
3rd time. Thank you.
Yeah, for this show the real ones right here. We're gonna wait it out with you. We're gonna wait it out. You know, it's okay, little internet situation, but it's okay. We back live.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got where there's 2, there's 3. Nicole Lyric.
Thanks for coming back.
Y'all back. The troopers are back. TC.
Hey,
we
TC.
back. The troopers are back.
We're back.
Come on back, y'all. Come on back. Take 3. Why down is not an option. Yeah. And the more we got to start over, I get back up.
Yes, just because this internet keeps going down. Hey, we don't give up.
We don't give up. We don't give up.
We're not going to stop until we're through. We're not through yet.
Not so rudely. It cut down on what you were saying. Do you remember that point?
Yes.
All right.
And so what I was saying is somehow you have to find how we can ride that wave when we're up, how we can make it go longer and longer each time. Mm-hmm. Because I think we're going to have our ups and downs. That's going to happen. But how do we pull ourselves back up? And I say you can't live in your downs. You can't stay there. You can't even rest there. And you made a good point. You have to bounce down and bounce back up. That's just how long you need to be down. Or you can bounce back up, a millisecond. And how do we make that happen? How do we maintain that? And so that's what we're discussing. So, K Ham, what are some of the ways you maintain staying up?
Support people in my circle. Support those who I keep around me, mentors, parents, thank God. Thank God. Parents, the people in my circle, friends, keep real ones around you who are able to listen and then give good sound advice and not drown you down or hold you under the water. And yeah, you should feel bad. Not those type of people. Not yes people. People
right.
who can, wise people. Just my circle, man, support. And then for me, prayer. The prayer. Yes. The ability to be able to express and know I have a friend in Jesus Christ.
Yes, you do.
That I know listening. How? Because, it's always something, man. Either you hear something that is just for you, or somebody was thinking about you, or just, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's definitely, I say, the company I keep, and just keep working on myself. I think for me, that's the thing. I don't want to, I don't want to be old and carrying around certain habits that I should have let go right now.
Correct.
That are harder to let go then. So I think for me, I just always had it at the back of my mind. I just want to keep working on me, and misery loves company, and I don't want to be a part of misery. I want to be a part of joy and life. And people feel that stinking energy when I come around, anybody come around. So it's just I always work on that and not be that one that come around and be like, oh God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's.
And then you got to recognize if you are that one. And then how do you go about not being that one? Like you say, keep working on ourselves. Keep making sure that we are being a better version of ourselves.
Yes.
So I think that's important.
Now, Nicole Lyric said, I thought something was wrong with my interpreted. Right? I'm reading that right?
Something was wrong with my interrupted.
Oh, in my interrupted. I thought, my bad.
And that's why we're here together.
Okay. No, nothing wrong. Just on this end. TC
right,
say,
yeah.
For real, me too. And Pat's Hair Brother say, keep your cheering squad. I know that's right.
Yes.
Internet. Boom. Her internet. Nope, not your internet. Definitely keep your cheering squad. And then to that point too, you sometimes gotta be your own cheerleader.
Oh, definitely.
And I think that's so important because, you gotta know how to cheer you on instead of saying, well, yeah, you shoulda. Or listening to the voice of, yeah, you shoulda. That went right. You gotta find the cheerleader. And the cheerleader, obviously, like the cheerleaders on the side, like, hey, okay, we can beat your butt today. You gotta have that for you too. Yeah,
right,
okay.
Right.
And not drag you down.
You gotta cheer yourself.
Yeah, man, absolutely. That's so important. And again, I'm not, we speaking from this stuff from experience, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta find that voice. I think it's so important that voicing, that uphill, that keep going.
The mindset.
Yep. That
Yeah.
listens to the cheerleaders of others, that when they're not around, you're able to hear that voice and cheerlead yourself.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as Kenny said, it's in your mind. I think that's a lot of times it's where it starts. You definitely have to be your own cheerleader, and you have to be your own, pretty much like, you've got to be the one that wants this.
Yeah.
Can't nobody want it for you. Or can't nobody want you to stay up and be happy more than you want it for yourselves. Because if you don't want it for yourself, they can talk to you, they can try to cheer you on, they can do all of that, and it's not going to make a difference. If you haven't decided, I don't want to be like this anymore, I don't want to be down, I don't want to be depressed, I don't want to be sad. And like Kenny says, we're not speaking from experts, we're not experts on this. We're just saying what we go through in our everyday lives and what helps us. And we're hoping that what you share, what you go through in your everyday lives and what helps you, and we all share that together. And by that way, we're helping each other. But definitely, like Kenny said, prayer. And not even if you're not praying, just talking to God, right? You can just talk to him. I talk to him like I'm talking to you all right now, saying exactly how I feel. God, now I don't like this right here. I don't know what your plan is, but this nigga here getting on my nerve. I use the N-word too much. I know, I'm sorry. But there's some person right here getting on my nerves, Lord. Help me change it. And you just express yourself. I mean, I think it's okay to cheer yourself on, but sometimes you got to talk to yourself too and say, hey, now you messed up. Or you just may want to cry. I wouldn't cry out openly in public, but to myself in the privacy of my own space, it's okay to let it out. I think you have to let it out, but you gotta pick it. You gotta pick yourself back up and be presentable. I feel like when you're around people,
you do. I agree with that. And for me, like you say, I cry in the privacies of my home. So when I'm in the home, you might get it. But and I think of crying because it is watering like. It does, and
that's good. I never.
For me, it really do saturate me because it's like, man, it's the most vulnerable. It's one of my most vulnerable expressions. That it's like to cry, man. I'm depleted. Like help me, nigga,
right?
You know what I'm saying? That's the cry. So for me, it's definitely that helps. Get it out, but I don't like, everybody see that, but because it's so vulnerable.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Correct. So
nor should everybody see it
in that moment, If we go to the comments, Shannon said, speak over yourself and encourage yourself.
Absolutely.
I think like this song, speak over yourself. I think that's what she meant it like that.
That's a song? Okay.
Yeah. Encourage yourself to the... Okay. Pastor Harry Palace says, down is not an option when you got to keep going. Children, family, depending on you, know that's that true. Anything is possible through Christ Jesus.
All right.
Yep. Amen.
That's those words of encouragement.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Crying releases stress. Okay. Yes.
Yes. And then you mentioned the word when you were saying crying, you were saying watering. And so in my mind came when you cry, like we do have to release that. Yeah. But you can be watering your spirit to be able to handle and grow from where you're at in that moment.
Now, I like that.
So it's okay to cry as long as you're releasing and you're growing from it, right? Because it's a human emotion. But I do think, as we said, it needs to be done in the appropriate place, in the privacy of your own space, whatever that may be, so that you are being able to handle things now. Now you've watered your spirit. Now you can go out and take on more. Now you can go out and try to, be that up and know that down is not an option. I want to stay up. I want to stay positive. I want to be full of energy. I can't be around people that's going to bring my energy down. Don't want to be around people that's going to talk down on my ideas. That's going to talk down on something I'm trying to do. Right. Don't mind constructive criticism or a thoughtful suggestion, but just some people just be down just because they low-key hating you, low-key hating your idea, or low-key hating wanting to see you succeed. So you got to recognize that, though, because I think if you do have those people in your lives, if you open your eyes and just look at how they treat you, how they talk to you, how they there or not there for you, you can identify what kind of people are in your circle. That's and true. So, you got some ones that, hey, I can't trust with this, but they good for that.
Right.
So you just got to put them in their category and recognize them for that.
Know your people. Know where to put people. Know what space to put people in.
Absolutely.
Oscar said, life has plenty of roadblocks, but it won't be long before I go over or around them or wake up and kick them out of my way.
That's right. That's that mentality you got to have every day.
And Shannon say, if it's up, then it's stuck.
That's right.
If you're going to be stuck somewhere, be stuck up.
Be stuck up.
And that's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, I tell you, like, that voice, reading how everybody's message is coming off, you know, that it's that excitement.
Yes.
To my goal is to capsule that and bottle it when you need it. And as we say, you're not gonna be. You will be down.
Yes.
That's life.
Right.
It happens to the best of the best. It's not about being down. It's how you handle your being down.
Right.
But
good point.
What is encouraging me through reading everybody's message and, you know, hearing you speak is Jesus didn't say, or I'm sure somewhere in the Word of God, it didn't say you wouldn't be down. It's how you handle being down,
Correct.
which he said, praise. And all things give
praise.
So maybe the key is just to start after you've got out how you feel.
Yes.
The key is to release, but I thank you anyway.
Yes.
And that will lift your spirits up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think of the tears as, okay, a seed being planted, the rain, what comes after that? The sunshine.
Yes.
You know, and it feels good after you done been wet and that sun hit you and you just think about the praises being that. I mean, that definitely encourages me. And then it reminds me of the video that we watched. I forget her name. But when she said you have 5 seconds to be, and it was talking about fear, but I'm going to equate this to this because you got 5 seconds to be in that mess.
Okay.
Identify what it is. Call it out. Whatever is making you feel, call it out. Now find the opposite feeling. And you got 5 seconds to get to that feeling. And I think about me because I think sometimes I hold on or stay down too long. And it's again, I know I'm going to get down, but it's not about being down too long. So if I think about that same principle, like you got 5 seconds to feel that emotion and come right back up, how faster would I springboard?
Right,
you know?
right,
and if you look at it like a graph with stocks, I always think of this and I see this. How beautiful would it be to see it always up? Yeah, it go up and down, but it go up and down in the green, not the red. So we're not even in the negatives. We're not losing.
Right.
You know, we're down still in our overflow. So I look like it's how you wear it. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you wear it. So that's what I get definitely from this. Shannon says, praises up, blessings come down. That is beautiful, especially in your down season, especially, you know. And I think being down, obviously we say it's not a lot, you know, you're not losing. It's a lesson. But sometimes you are losing a piece of you that you don't need no more.
Correct. That's good.
And that's why it hurt.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? The lesson is in the healing and in the growth, but it's still a loss. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got to lose a mentality you had, or lose a stinking way of thinking and stuff like that. You're losing something, but it's something that's already, I guess, dead. It don't mean you're no good anyway.
You don't need it anyway. Yeah. So
you
need to lose it.
That's good.
Great stuff. And one of the things you mentioned too, K Ham, is that the comments that we're getting, the ways that we encourage ourselves, the things that everyone is saying is that you capsule it up and you want to keep it for a time you need it. I said we always need it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If you stay this way every day, it's going to be hard to get down.
That's true.
You gotta
I like that.
Always wake
like
up.
that.
You know, when you wake up, do your positive morning ritual thing, whatever that is. If you don't have one, go make up one, go get one, go start one. Do your positive thing and be positive throughout the day. Positive throughout the day. Okay, you driving to work, your tire on your car went flat. That's okay, Lord. You must be trying to keep me away from something. Let me make this call and do what I need to do to get my tire changed. Why has that got to be a bad thing?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, and bad, you know, what we could, quote unquote, bad things do happen. But as K Ham said, how do you handle those bad things?
Right.
You know, how do you handle it? Well, girl, you know, my tire went flat, but thank God I ain't hit nothing. Ain't nobody hit me. I'm on the side of the road. I'm safe, waiting for this tire to get changed. I already done called. I'm going to be late for work. That's okay. That's cool too. Come on, let's handle it in the best positive way that we can.
Yeah.
And then you ain't got to bite everybody else's head off. Girl, you know, my tire done went flat and you calling me with this. Wait a minute. That ain't their fault. Hey, girl, how you doing? Yeah, they ain't even got to know you going through something. That's how you know. That's part of how you know you are conquering it.
Yeah. That's a strength. And that's a maturity and a growth and all that good positive stuff when you say, how you wear it, man. Like,
yes.
I guess just going back to that, because you think of somebody you admire that handles great things under pressure, and somebody who you would not pick on your team if you was under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in, like you say, it's in that delivery, your walk, your attitude is just different. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that is a strength in a person's character when you got that, because it's not something that may have just been given. You had to go through something to put that on. Yeah. You had to be tested. You had to be tried, absolutely, to put something on, and to rise above and get to that mentality. I think that's the goal.
Yeah, life be lifing.
One more time. Let them know. Oh,
life be lifing.
Life be lifing.
Yes.
Oscar said being down is a lesson learned for a road we are not supposed to go. Being down is a lesson learned or a road we are not supposed to go.
That's right. We're not supposed to be down.
No.
I think we should try to
stay. We're not, though.
We should try to, so don't go down that road. And guess what else, y'all? It's a choice. You can choose to be down or choose to do the things not to stay down. It's a choice. Now, I'm not going to say things are not going to happen to us that can get us down, right, but it's still a choice, as we've been saying, on how long are you going to stay, how are you going to get back up, are you going to choose to get back up? So I think, too, that's part of it. Yeah. It's a choice.
Two things. Okay, I know I'm probably going off when you say that, but it just makes me think, and I lost it. It is a choice, because I just think about, like, when you in that moment, like, just right then, whatever it is, for instance, if it's that thought of something that somebody may have said that you just not playing back, and you be like, I should have responded like this, and then what they said may be dragging you down, or whatever may have happened, and you reflect on the situation. You don't, like, you know how you can pick at something, scab, until it bleed, into the white meat? Don't pick that far. Just look at it. And don't pick it. Because the more you pick and the deeper you dig, now you got to heal from that deeper dig. You shouldn't even dug that far.
The healing's going to take longer.
Yes. So don't even, and I wear this, I could write a book on it because this is me, but it's just like, don't even pick at it. You know what I'm saying? Don't spend no time tossing it, twirling it, that's too much.
Right.
It happened. So what? Clean it up, keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
And I remember this as a lesson as a kid, like I would do something, and I believe I would make it bigger than what it was, and it's not that deep.
Right.
Just clean it up and keep it moving. You made a mistake. Okay.
Because the thing about it, and it's good you recognize that, because if you don't, the sooner you deal with it,
right, the
better the further you'll be. You're not learning this. You're learning this lesson now. You're not going to be 50 years old still digging, and stunting and limiting your growth. So that's good.
And I think, and going back, because it's a beautiful thing, like I say as a kid, and I think because sometimes I have to identify as an adult, where did this come from?
Right.
Why is this here?
Right.
And when I think, and I thank God for memory, because you're like, oh, now I know how to deal with it. Because this is just that in adult form.
Correct.
All right, so let's handle it. You know what I'm saying? And then going back to what Oscar said, we're not supposed to be down. Why? Because God gave us a powerful tool not to be down, and that's the voice of praise. But don't get it wrong, because this same voice of, you got to have it when you're down. And that's the key. And the enemy wants us to, and I say enemy, and the enemy could be yourself in that moment, holding you hostage to this thought, or holding you hostage to this feeling, when that feeling ain't even got nothing to, you know what I'm saying? We don't even need to be there. So waste of time.
You don't. You can choose not to be there.
You can choose
not. Use the tools, read your Bible. Like Kenny said, praise, worship. That's what helps me and us. And, whatever it is that gets you there, if you have a circle of friends or a special someone you go talk to that always manages to help you feel better, leverage those resources, leverage those tools to get yourself out of being down. Down is not an option.
Can I say a powerful story?
Yes.
Ricky Smiley, losing his son.
Yes.
He's been, I don't know if you guys have seen some of it on his lives.
Yes.
The last live I seen, he did last week, Wednesday, he say, this blessed me, because he said, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. Y'all don't pray. I mean, pray for me, but keep his mother in prayer.
Right.
He was in praising God for just life.
Yes.
Now here's a man that has lost his son. We don't know that man's story. I can't call Ricky like I can call you. I don't know him.
Correct.
But from what I've seen in his choice to choose to give God praise for life, because
he's been doing that.
His nieces, nephews, other life is still here. It's not, they not dead. So you gotta keep life. So, okay, here is someone who's showing us, even in one of the worstest things, to lose a loved one, still choosing to find his way up. Yeah, you mourn. Absolutely. Yes. We know what mourning looks like, but not staying down and succumbing to those thoughts that will weigh you down, but finding his way up somehow and knowing and believing in the word he's still here in another realm, and just finding that, you know, if someone can go through an extreme and still choose to be up, that is a testament that when we go through, it's somebody worse. Just, you know, and you... Yeah, it just go back to, I keep hearing you're not supposed to be down. Like he say, be up. It's a choice to be up. It's a choice. And definitely, you know, we may go down in the quiets of our home, and you know, when you go out, you put on your smile, and I think that's wonderful too, because everybody going through something. Yes. But make sure when you are in the quiet of your home, you're dealing with it. Yes. You're healing and not feeding it and getting down. You know, you're really not getting
lower and lower, but pull yourself up, come up higher and higher from out of it. Yeah.
That's important.
Very much so.
Pat's Hair Palace says it's called an accident. You didn't mean to do it. It's okay.
That's right.
Yep. So not to feel like that about accidents. I think this was definitely bless me. It was good.
It definitely was. Yes.
Yep. So any last final thoughts?
Just, you know, we're all going to go through it. That's life. I mean, I was listening to a sermon, and it was a good sermon. And the message in the sermon was, in essence, everybody goes through something. If you think life is going to be all, you know, roses and, you know, peachy cream, it's not. Life is a struggle. That's what the message was. Life is a struggle. It's a struggle for everybody. The pastor mentioned that the baby come out of the womb struggling. And that's why we asked the doctors and the mom, is the baby okay? Because they're struggling already when it's taking its first breath. So life's going to be a struggle. But how do we deal with this struggle? Who do we lean on through this struggle while we lifing? Let's just make sure that we're leaning on the right source, keeping our energy up, keeping our head up. When we have things that's going to go down, I had, you know, this court case that dragged out for years and years and years, and more than I thought it should. But I had to deal with that, right? I had to accept that, and I had to still be glorious in it and thank God. And as Kenise said, continue to give God the praises. It's not easy for any of us, but we got to figure out a way to tap into our inner selves. With me, is with the help of Jesus Christ Almighty is the only way I can get through it and keep that smile on your face and be an encouragement to others. Be there for others. So that's my long wrap up, is that, hey, life's a struggle. Keep your head up. We can do this.
We can definitely do this. I think that was good. Hey, I don't have nothing to add to that. I think you did a great job. How about we do the, you know, a few seconds, you know, encouragement.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What? You want to handle that all by yourself?
I don't know
why down is not an option. Motivation, 30 seconds.
No, you do that.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We just did this before. Remember when that why down is not an option?
Oh,
because it's too much stuff on the rapid fire.
Say that then.
Well, I couldn't think of it. You're supposed to be here with me. I don't know what you're talking about. No, you can't leave me like that out here like this with these people. Hold on.
You do that. Yes, okay. We're just having a little bit of fun. So we're going to do 30 seconds of rapid fire. We'll get to the comments before we do that. On why down is not, before we get into the rapid fire.
Okay, so ready?
You're going to do the comments first, please, so that we can get there.
Go ahead.
I can't.
Who's
that? Alana Murray says, it's definitely blessed me. Good job, y'all. Thank you, Alana.
You.
I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Alana. Annie Robinson, hey, Auntie Bay, says, become a new creature and bury the old creature.
I like that.
I think that's word. Yes,
that's word. I like that. That's word.
All right. So again, before we get into our rapid fire, make sure you put your comments in. We're going to come back to the comments after we do the rapid fire. Comment, like, share on YouTube. So we're going to, this is something we just created. 30 minutes of rapid fire on why down.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. 30 seconds on why down is not an option.
All right.
You can't. Oh, you doing the time? I thought you was trying to cheat.
Nah, I ain't gonna cheat.
You go first.
All right, ready?
Go.
Oh, wait. All right, go. Down is not an option because a winner never won being down.
Down is not an option because I keep my head up.
Down is not an option because being high is to be high, so you can't be low and be high.
Down is not an option because I'm a tree and I grow up.
Down is not an option because faith is up. If it's up, then it's stuck.
Down is not an option because you gotta keep your head up.
Ooh. Down is not an option because what's the song about going down? I'm going up. I'm going up.
0 seconds is out. 30 seconds of rapid fire, y'all.
30 seconds of rapid fire while down is not an option. We appreciate y'all for joining us so
Yes,
much
and
on
we
Mindful
see
Mondays.
Lamar L. Boogie is watching.
Boogie
Thank
in
you
the
for
building.
watching.
Yes, we appreciate
Appreciate
y'all
you.
for joining. Y'all know what we do every Monday, this time every Monday. Much love, peace, blessings until next week.
Like, share,
Subscribe
comment.
on YouTube.
And next week we got a treat for you. One of the things we're going to do is have like sort of our Dear Abby session.
Yeah.
So we're going to be posting this week a number for you to call if you want to call in anonymous and just let us know, what your issues is or what's going on with you. And we're going to offer our opinion. We're going to let the guests offer their opinion in the comments.
Yes.
So if you're not ashamed, if you don't mind, not that you're ashamed, but if you just want to know, you can put it in the comments. You can message us
We're going to send it out. You can
problem.
message, call
anonymously.
Yes.
We're going to have your voice here. We'll have a phone and you get to say to the audience what it is. And we're going to give you our strawberry ladder, Dear Abby, and all of that opinion on your situation.
So that's
get
next
ready
week's
for
show.
next week
All right.
and come up and let us know what you want us to give you our opinion on.
Yes. So make sure you like, share, subscribe on YouTube. Get ready for our Dear Abby Strawberry Letter segment.
Yes.
All right. And until then, I holla.